That's a look from earlier on as the Nets head to the locker room. They're in no mood to let this game get away from them on their home floor. Hello, everyone. Proud to bring you Wednesday night coverage of the NBA on 2K Sports. And on tap tonight, it's the Dallas Mavericks going up against the Brooklyn Nets at Barclays Center. This is Kevin Harlan, and joining me, former NBA players Greg Anthony and Richard Jefferson. And the award-winning David Aldridge is on our sidelines. So let's take a look at the starters for the Dallas Mavericks. The star backcourt of Doncic and Irving are out there. Klay Thompson is out there with Isaac, and it's Lively in at the pivot spot manning the middle. And for Brooklyn, Williams is out there with Sharp. Then it's Thomas. Then it's Mikal Bridges. And it's Gillespie in at the point. And this late in the season, Greg, do you consider rookies to even be rookies anymore? They've played so many games at this point.
I mean, yes and no. They aren't as green as they were to start the season, but rookies still need a full year to fully kind of learn what it takes day in and day out.
Drops in the tray.
This is something that Klay works on all the time, even though he is already elite at it. He readies himself to fire once he catches that ball.
Now here's Thomas. To the inside. Sharp. That's tipped. Doncic with it.
And free throws go by the wayside because of Luka's dominance everywhere else on the floor. So he's got to improve from that area.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And he buried a bunch of shots from the stripe in that last game.
First one falls for him. Oh, free throw's good from Doncic.
And what an advantage. You really feel like you can always trust him when he's at the line.
Gillespie, the pass to Bridges.
And Bridges continues to be more adept at picking up fouls. Such a clever offensive player.
Brooklyn shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. And the first one at the line is good. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. First quarter of play, 1 minute played. Thomas against Irving. Doncic trying to get open. No good from Irving.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Gillespie, the pass to Thomas. Uncovered, and he connects with the jumper.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Irving, good.
Look, Kyrie doesn't need any encouragement to just do what he does because that's the type of handle that he has. He's going to go out there and he's going to show everyone what he's capable of every night.
Now, here's Bridges. He's been a nice option for them offensively, and he's averaging more than 17 points a game. 6 to shoot. Here's Thomas. Plays it up and banks it in. Thomas got his second bucket.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Lively the pass to Irving. Shoots over Bridges. Here's Lively. Doncic with it. Williams picks him up. Second chance shot. They shoot again. And Doncic lays it in.
There's no end to the ways Doncic can score.
Last game for the Mavericks, they picked up the W against the Raptors. Here's Gillespie, guarded by Doncic. Bridges passes to Gillespie. They get the rebound. Outside for Thomas. That doesn't go on the chance to tie. And here's Isaac. He'll bring it up for Dallas. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
And the mental game you talk about, a lot comes down to coaching, having your players focused.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple. They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
Pass to Thomas. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Personal foul.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the D.
It's his first trip to the line. That's good from Thomas. And good on the second, so he makes them both. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. And it's blocked. Out to Doncic. And the pass to Hardy. Just 5 to shoot. And they recover it. Tries yet again. Stolen. Williams against Doncic. Williams passes to Gillespie. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
For a power forward, you got to be impressed with Patrick Williams' shooting.
Especially from deep. He shoots a good clip from there, a solid stretch forward. And it's because he focuses on taking high percentage shots.
Now, here's Hardy. He's coming off a 16-point game against Toronto. Here's Gillespie. A putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And that'll tie this game up.
You know, we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
He's just adept at gutting the defense in these sets. Give Doncic a passing lane, and he'll thread the needle.
Here's Gillespie. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Outside Thomas. Shoots over Hardy. Thomas's shot is off.
And he's very confident from that range, but you can't make him all.
Pass to Doncic. Lets the three fly. Here's Lively. Lays it up off the glass. Lively's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Outside Williams. Driving the lane. Here's Bridges. And it's sent back by Isaac.
Oh, how about the read from the young fella? Isaac is dependable at anticipating when to go for the block.
And they double up Doncic. With the shot, Bridges with the steal. And it's sent back by Isaac. Here's Doncic. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. Taking a look here at some of the numbers for Mikal Bridges. And this is his second trip to the line tonight.
At the line for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic.
That one is off. Andre Drummond's checked in for the Mavericks. Washington comes in for Isaac, and the second free throw, good. Here's Johnson. They really needed more from him in that loss to Toronto. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
And it's John Collins with the rebound.
You know, some people could say he's struggling on offense this period. I like to think of more of drowning. Just can't seem to find his confidence.
Now here's Westbrook. 11 points for him in that last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
And how about the job he did rebounding as well, guys? I mean, just a dominant performance on the glass.
Here's Doncic. He kicks it to Drummond. That's good from Doncic on the assist by Drummond.
Assist.
And it's 7 points for Luka Doncic.
Once Doncic gets inside with the ball, he's halfway there. Then he just uses his strength to finish the job.
And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Collins. Mavericks leading by 7. Passes to Hardy. A shot by Washington, and he's wide open. And the three ball is good.
And they are shooting the lights out from distance here early.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
On the wrong side of a scoring run here, we might see a lineup change. I'll be pretty curious.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. White is checked in for Hardy. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Luka Doncic. Dallas on defense. It's a 10-point game. Here's Person. Will it go? 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Crossbow. First personal foul, third team foul.
Teams that make their free throws, they're so tough down the stretch. Let's check out the best. 5th, the Mavericks.
Shooting 2.
You know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again. They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Ball's knocked loose and out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. And as we march through the end of March, a chance now to look through the power rankings. Look at the Heat. They couldn't hold their position this week, but remain in the top 10.
And I think for the Mavericks, they've fulfilled expectations and then some. Riding high down the back 9 now, looking invincible.
Now here's Westbrook. Still yet to score.
This is what you love to see. Westbrook setting up his teammates on time, on target.
Beverly against Westbrook. And the rejection by Collins. Wright looking around. Feeds to Beverly. Count the bucket coming off a perfectly placed assist.
Patrick Beverly.
And the Mavericks lead by 9.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
And it's Johnson. Oh, wow!
That is powerful.
Oh, forget about going for the long-range bomb to cut into that lead. Just take it to the hoop, my friend.
And how brilliant throwdown. And on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, you can see how impressive that move was. Deflects the pass. And Wright kicks to Washington. Beverly up top. He's covered by Westbrook. Clock at 4. Now, here's Johnson. Looking at his point production, he averages almost 11 points a game.
Not letting that one fly. Drumming using his height and wingspan to deny the shooter.
Here's Wright. Drummond trying to get himself free. And that one's good. Right. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
The enthusiasm they've brought to their defense so far is something else. Going after shooters and really hustling to get their hands on shots.
And they've also refused to give up on their plays tonight, chasing after their shots and just working hard for second chance points.
Out of bounds, Dallas takes possession.
And while we've got a chance, let's check out the stats for Johnson. He's around 10 points per game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And when they need to add defense, that's who they look to.
It's hard to find defensive spark plugs, but he is one of them. The whole team comes alive on D when he's in the game.
Here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 14-5 run here. Here's Prosper. A new 14 for the Mavericks. Washington, that's good. And now it's an 11-point Dallas lead.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Now here's Westbrook. No scoring in this one. Williams against the bucket. And Dallas calls their first time out of the game. This game against Brooklyn here, it's their first look at the Nets.
Yeah, an interconference matchup, and these are two teams at different ends of the spectrum as far as the talent is concerned.
I said, anyone want a t-shirt?
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Daniel Gafford comes in for Andre Drummond. And it's Hardy in for DeLon Wright. Here are the Mavericks now. They're on a 16-7 run. Beverly, the pass to Hardy, gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And not hard to see why they are giving up points on this run. Just too many good looks from in close.
Nets trailed by 11. And here's Westbrook. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Johnson. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
And pro move there. Finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Okay, look, that move right there is a product of repetition. He's worked on that, and it pays off over that little larger defender.
Here's Prosper. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Gafford, first shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Bounce pass from Westbrook. Here's Williams. Rebounded by Gafford.
Slow going for him this quarter. The defense putting up a good fight.
Here's Hardy. He's been putting up the points on a very steady basis, averaging around 17.5 points a game. To the paint. And so it's the Dallas Mavericks. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Right back after this break.
Mavericks 32.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And quite a position here for the Mavericks to be in. What do you think, guys?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
They're just out-hustling them on the boards, punishing them for refusing to box them out accordingly.
Person is out there with John Collins. Then it's Sharp. Then it's Bridges. And it's Gillespie in at the point guard position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn.
Stay here, Brooklyn ball.
And let's see what the Nets have coming up. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the San Antonio Spurs. Then on Sunday, they'll face off against Ben Simmons and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And Kevin, I think you have to look at this as an opportunity to take a step forward. Sometimes tough road trips can bring the best out of a team and bring you closer together.
Irving finds Gafford. Outside Irving. The 10-footer. Here's Whitehead. And the call on the shot sends him to the line. We've all heard about some of the unwritten rules between players. Any examples you can speak on?
Well, you don't want to be out there injuring each other. I think one of the biggest unspoken rules is you got to be very, very careful when a guy takes off, how you hit them. That is something you learn at a very early age in basketball.
And he's good on the second. Here's Gillespie. Pass to Collins. Shoots over Gafford. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down.
And this is how you use the mid-range area. Collins keeping it simple and just taking what the D gives.
And there's the pass to Hardy. Back to Irving. 5 to shoot. Lets it go from 11. Brooklyn with the rebound. Here's Gillespie. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Collins. Shoots over Gafford. Collins, good. Collins has got his second basket of the night.
Just not quite tight enough on him to impact his shot. He got a good look off.
Right side, Irving. Here's Lively. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Nets trailed by 10. Gillespie, the pass to Collins. Passes it to Gillespie. Now, here's Sharp. Tight defense on him. Just 4 to shoot. Pass to Person. From past the arc. The offensive rebound. Sharp. That's good.
Hard work pays off with a rebound and a bucket. That's just great fundamental.
Now, here's Hardy. Defended by Bridges. And there's the basket. Whistle blows and a chance for a three-point play. Going to the line for 1.
First personal foul.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Brooklyn. And Dallas also making a switch. Doncic is checked in for Hardy. For Brooklyn, they've gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Gillespie, the pass to Sharp. Nets passing it around. Here's Gillespie, guarded by Doncic. 5 on the clock. Here's Sharp. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Doncic has got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Nets trailed by 11. With the teardrop, Bridges misses. There's the feed to Doncic. It's Thomas on the wing. Banked in off the glass. Thomas got it back down to within single digits for the Nets.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic. Doncic has got his 3rd assist on the night.
The best shot maker in this league? It might just be Kyrie Irving.
Now here's Thomas. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. And now the fast break. Irving with the ball. The shot by Thompson, no good. The Nets have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Here's Gillespie, 13 feet away. And the rejection by Gafford. And it's Irving with the ball for Dallas. The Wizards on the road to face them after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. Thompson gets it inside.
Those high percentage looks are easy for Thompson. He's just got the touch for inside shots.
Now a timeout call by Brooklyn.
Timeout, Brooklyn.
In addition to going over the game plan and making whatever necessary adjustments have to be made, Greg, this timeout also the time for players to get rehydrated or hydrate for the first time with some Gatorade. Plenty of basketball still to be played here, and they have to get recharged.
That's a great point. Without proper hydration, a player can completely run out of gas down the stretch of a game, and that's something that none of these guys can afford to have happen. If you're going to battle all the way to the finish, you have got to be hydrated.
Andre Drummond's checked in for the Mavericks. B.J. Washington comes in for Daniel Gafford. The pass to Doncic from deep three-point land. The rebound by Sharp. Sharp's got his 4th rebound in this one.
Well, despite some uneven shooting from him, they're still out in front.
Goes up on the block. Stolen by Thompson. Pass to Washington. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Washington's got 7 points.
His passing has always been a staple of his career. Not too many are better at dishing than Kyrie.
RJ, if you had to choose someone to take the last shot in a big game, Klay Thompson, I'm assuming, is right up there.
Oh, Kev, Klay Thompson would be my #1. He plays with an even temperature. His facial expressions never change. He's never too high, never too low. And look, we've obviously seen that he can knock down any shot at any time.
From 11 feet away, it's Drummond with the rebound.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
Irving kicks to Washington. Back to Irving. Doncic outside. Jacks up a 3. Drills it from outside. Doncic has got 5 points now in the quarter.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Teardrop shot at the tip. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. Sharp's got his 3rd basket of the night.
He's so strong when he goes to work on the glass. One opening is all he'll need to finish the play, even if it's just a tip-in.
Doncic. And Drummond kicks to Irving. And there's the drive. And the basket is good. He has 6.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Timeout called, the Nets. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much. Now, the league says it wants every team to play to win, but All-Star Kevin Durant said it's just not realistic, adding, each year only a few teams can win it. If you're not going to be a playoff or play-in team, might as well go for a top pick, get some reps for guys who ordinarily wouldn't make the rotation, and maybe change their lives as well. Kevin?
And that's an interesting take. Thanks, D.A. Here's Westbrook. Following the basket by Kyrie Irving. Thomas passes to Collins. Back to Thomas. It's rebounded by Doncic. Doncic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Pass to Gafford. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Cameron Thomas.
And you know what? Very close to a 3-point play right there.
The Mavericks have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7.
At the line for the Mavericks, Daniel Gafford.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. Nets trailed by 20. Westbrook surveying the D. He dishes it to Williams. Now here's Hardy. Defense is right there. Doncic against Westbrook. Collins with some nice D.
Outstanding work to send him away. They sniffed that one out.
Lock at 6. Here's Doncic. No good on that one. Westbrook with the nice D there. Net shooting 38% in the second quarter. Offensively, they look a little bit confused. Here's Collins. Shoots over Gafford. And there's Collins on the assist by Johnson.
From Johnson.
And it's 6 points for John Collins. Taken away by Williams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
And it's Williams with the ball for the Nets. They trail by 18. Westbrook finds Williams. Here's Thomas. The shot's good. Thomas got 10 points.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Now here's Hardy. Offensive rebound. Doncic passes to Isaac. Here's Prosper. Dallas moving it around. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Doncic kicks to Isaac. Over Williams. That one a little long. Nets trailed by 16. It's Thomas on the wing. Isaac with some nice D.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
Excellent D, avoided fouling, and got in perfect position to alter that shot.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Person's checked in.
Coming onto the floor for your Nets. Person.
Westbrook against Doncic. Lobbed up there for Collins. Johnson, good. Johnson's got his third bucket of the night.
That's more than enough space for him to get that shot up.
Pass to Hardy. Fires from deep. The shot's good on the assist by Doncic.
Hardy.
Doncic has got his 4th assist in this one.
Excellent at dishing the rock. Luka with the nice feed.
Second quarter.
Now here's Westbrook. Scoreless thus far. Shot from the wing. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Prosper's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Count that one.
Luka Doncic.
And the Mavericks lead by 19.
And inside, Luka knows the bucket is there, so he is willing to fight for it.
To the left side wing. For 3, Westbrook. Rebounded by Hardy.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Second shot opportunity. And Gafford throws it down.
When he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
Yeah, you can feel Coach smiling on the sidelines with every offensive board.
And the Nets with possession here. The Mavericks making the shot. It's Westbrook with the drive. Collins against Doncic. And he gets it to go. Doncic has got 16 points.
And showing he's got a few tricks up his sleeve there. Doncic's handles are very impressive.
Collins dishes to Williams. Westbrook with a wide open look. Another miss by Westbrook. Mavericks leading by 23.
Brooklyn foul. Russell Westbrook.
The Mavericks have gone 7 of 9 from the free throw line tonight.
Team foul. Shooting for Dallas.
Free throw good. Hardy. Mavericks making a switch here. He hits both from the stripe. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Westbrook passes to Person. Beverly against Westbrook. In the corner, Collins with it. And just miss after miss right now.
Boy, you can just see the frustration growing on their faces. Nothing going their way.
in a major drought need to find some sort of momentum.
Lively.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided.
39.
It's Dallas running away with it. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to 2K Sports. Ernie Johnson alongside Shaquille O'Neal and the Jet, Kenny Smith. Let's get to it. Dallas has the edge here at halftime. They are completely in control of the game, leading by a massive amount. Kenny, how'd you feel about it?
They score very effectively. With the exceptional ball movement and play calling, they were able to exploit multiple weaknesses in the defense. They've got to feel good about themselves running out to a huge lead.
And over to the big fella, your thoughts on the Nets?
They really need to focus on finding quality shots. If they can't create for themselves in the second half, things will only get worse. And I'm talking about the high percentage looks, not contested threes.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's the Nets now. They host the Spurs after this one, and that game is the second of two straight at home. Getting underway in the second half, here's the five for Jason Kidd. The star backcourt of Doncic and Irving are out there. Isaac out there with Klay Thompson. And it's Lively in at the center position. Here's Doncic. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. Irving's got 4 assists now tonight. The Nets shooting a pretty low 34% thus far. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Luka Doncic.
His third personal foul.
That's his third foul of the game.
First team foul.
Bridges, no one around him. Hits it from three-point range. Bridges has got 5 now.
The top two things Bridges does well, defend and hit jumpers off the catch.
Irving kicks to Doncic. His three-pointer's off the mark. And so Thomas will bring it up for Brooklyn. Gillespie, the pass to Bridges. Shoots from the high post. He gets it in there. He's got 7.
The mid-range isn't a total no-go for Bridges. He can get that dialed in.
Thompson outside. Puts up a deep 3. Rebound, Brooklyn.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Gillespie, the pass to Thomas. And it's blocked. And he recovers it. Shot clock at 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Lively's got rebound number 8 here tonight in the game. Irving passes to Isaac. Hammers the alley-oop through.
Great unselfish basketball from Irving in the pick and roll. That kind of passing can be contagious.
Nets have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. On the wing, Williams. Now the pass to Sharp. Back to Williams. Isaac with the steal. Irving up top. He's guarded by Thomas. And that one drops.
This man is a 3-level scorer. And this level, by the rim, there is nobody like Kyrie Irving in that touch he has.
Gillespie, the pass to Bridges. To the middle, and it's denied. So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
Out of there. Brooklyn ball.
Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. You have to like what you're seeing from Luka Doncic.
Well, he's been destroying them inside, and they need a timeout to figure out an answer or a prayer if there is.
For your Brooklyn Nets.
And some changes here for the Mavericks. Washington's checked in for Jonathan Isaac. Hardy comes in for Irving. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Doncic. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Beverley. It's hauled in by Gillespie. They've been a little too casual with the ball out there.
Yeah, but you can't force that square peg into the round hole. Oftentimes, you just got to make that first simple pass and get a rhythm from that.
Now, here's Beverley. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. Misses the three. Bridges with it. Picked up by Thompson. Shoots from 12. Bridges shot. Good. Bridges has got his third basket of the night right there.
And he's been much more assertive here in the second half, getting to his spots, executing with ease.
Now Beverley. Thompson outside. Goes back up. Up and in on the layup. Beverley's got his second basket of the game.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Now here's Williams. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for the Mavericks?
All you have to do is look at one stat, and that is their block numbers. It tells you how tight their D has been. They've been going out of their way to smother the defense.
And we also got to highlight how lackluster the opposition has been in terms of boxing out. This team is flat out bullying them on the offensive glass.
And he lobs it up toward the rim.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Here's Gillespie. Pass to Williams. Driving in. Sharp tip back in for 2. Sharp's got 9.
Oh, a nice tip in to salvage the points from that missed shot.
Yeah, and those second chance points can add up. Now here's Beverley. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
And how sweet a play was that?
As sweet as it gets, an exquisite pass to set up the powerful alley-oop dunk. Stolen by Beverley. Inside. Here's Gillespie. The dish to Thomas. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Not the best pick I've seen, but look, hey, look, he got the job done, and that's all that matters.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. Person's checked in for Williams. That's good from Thomas. And so Beverley will bring it up for the Mavericks. To the right side. Fires it up. Offensive rebound. And another shot. Lively. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Lively's got 4 points now in the quarter. Stolen by Beverley. Here's Lively. 13 points in the game. Hardy passes to Washington. Here's Lively. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Shooting one. And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
John Collins, he's checked in for Brooklyn. The Mavericks have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line. The Nets have gone just a bit under 50% from the field since halftime, 5 out of 11. Passes it to Person. Now, here's Sharp. He's got 9. Here's Collins. He blocks it again.
A defensive stalwart so far. That's 6 blocks.
Greg protecting the rim. Love the hustle.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
The latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Now, the league does not like it when trade requests play out publicly. Commissioner Adam Silver says it needs to be a two-way street. Teams provide enormous guarantees to players, and the expectation is they'll meet their end of the bargain. He understands there will always be some trade requests. He wants them to remain behind closed doors. Kevin?
Good luck. David, thanks. As we're going to break in the action now, let's take a look at the East and how the teams are stacking up. Taking a look at Brooklyn, they're in 7th and looking to hold on to that seed for the playoffs.
Yeah, I think for the Nets, they've shown me some very good things this season. But that next step, those qualities that could make them true contenders, just haven't been there.
And the clock is ticking for them to make that push. It's looking like they'll be fighting for a spot in the play-in.
Here's Doncic. He doesn't hit that one. Bridges with some nice defense. Here's Person. It's deflected. Here we go, one-on-one. Here's Hardy. It's tipped. Johnson outside. Hardy passes to Morrison. And they'll get another chance.
And that's a good job of just getting after it on the backboard, gets them another possession, and allows them to run even more clock.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Yeah, you think you got to stop, and it's wasted because of sloppy work on the glass. You literally practice that every day.
And Gafford throws it down.
And I think that play sort of sums up what we've seen tonight. Just simply being outplayed both sides of the ball. Smart basketball defensively, turning into easy points.
Collins finds Johnson. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
Mikal Bridges.
And now let's go to the 2K leaderboard. What a month it's been for these teams defensively. 2nd, the Mavericks. In 3rd, the Nets.
I think these teams have made the adjustments defensively, and both are seeing their defensive numbers rise.
Pass to Hardy. The 3. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic.
Hardy. 3.
Doncic has got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Now, here's Hardy. Following the miss by Russell Westbrook. The tray. Another 3 for Dallas.
Three-pointers are killing them at this point, and they haven't been able to respond at the other end.
Johnson outside. The pass to Westbrook. Back to Johnson, and they get it. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got 8 rebounds in this game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Well, a chance to check out Mikal Bridges here. He showed up every night and some noteworthy performances over the last month. He's putting up about 17 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
He's someone you can rely on to bring it on a nightly basis. When they need a basket, he's the guy they turn to.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's Westbrook. Still without a basket. Here's Person. Lets it fly. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. And so Doncic will bring it up for the Dallas Mavericks. Pass to Prosper. Back to Doncic. It's rebounded by Person.
And that is a textbook example of how to defend your rim.
This is why he's out there. In situations like this, he stands tall to prevent points.
Morrison gets the bucket.
Really their own worst enemy right now with all these turnovers.
Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from beyond the arc since coming out of the break. Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
Dallas moving it around. Back to Gafford. The layup missed. Nets shooting 37% so far in the third quarter, and they're not satisfied with this lack of offensive execution. And it's Westbrook missing.
You cannot play worse offensively, although he's trying, and he hasn't made one shot yet. I feel for him.
Here's Prosper. He can't get that one. Bridges with some nice defense. The Nets shooting poorly, just 35% so far. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing.
At the line.
And there's the foul against Dallas. The Nets have made 7 out of 9 when they've stepped to the line.
And it's been an average year, really, at the free throw line for this group. Only around 75%.
Timeout.
The Nets making a switch here. Williams is checked in. Dallas calls timeout.
Who wants a t-shirt right about now? That's right, fans. It's time to make some noise. Put your hands in the air. Let me see ya.
And the Mavericks with some changes. Washington's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Irving comes in for Hardy. And it's Wright in for Luka Doncic. Now, here is Irving. He's got 8. Thompson finds Irving. Back to Thompson. Lets it go from deep. They get it back. And Drummond throws it down.
Pursuing the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Here's Johnson, and it's sent back by Drummond. Irving against Bridges. Thompson outside. Pulls it up. Rob. And Thompson sends it back. It's been all about Luka Doncic for Dallas. He's at the quarter-century mark. 25 points for him in this game as they have looked to him over and over to make things happen. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Dallas shooting has been terrific, 54% on the game. They've got Kennard. Person is out there with Wilson. Then it's Johnson, and it's Stewart in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Now here's Wright. Out to Thompson. There's the triple. No good that time.
And they're up right now, but it hasn't been because of him. He's really struggled on offense.
Passes it to Kennard. And here's Wilson. Launches a 3. Drills the three-pointer. Wilson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for Brooklyn. Johnson against Wright.
You know what? You've got to always be in control of your emotions.
So both teams making some changes here.
First personal foul.
And the Mavericks call time here. And a key guy for this offense, Luke Kennard.
One of the best shooters in the game, can do it off the catch and off the bounce. Rarely misses a free throw, and when he doesn't have a good look, he makes the right play.
Klay Thompson, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Kyrie Irving comes in for Patrick Beverley. Brooklyn on defense. And they call an illegal screen here.
When a pick like that is questionable and it creates that much of an advantage for the offense, you have to blow the whistle.
You gotta blow the whistle when it's that obvious. Great call there by the official.
Now, here's Kennard. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. There's the three, and the Nets another three.
Yeah, these defenders had better start closing down on shooters.
Irving against Johnson. Now, here is Irving. D right on him. Off with the layup. Got a piece of it. Pass to Kennard. There's the pass to Johnson. Shot clock at 6. They double-team Johnson. Kennard for 3. Good on the triple. Kennard's got a pair of threes here in the fourth quarter for the Nets. Irving against Johnson. Stolen by Wilson. On the wing, Johnson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. It's going to be on Kyrie Irving.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
That's good from Johnson.
Keon Johnson.
And Johnson drops them both. And it's Irving with the ball for the Dallas Mavericks. They have yet to put up any points here in the fourth. Thompson outside. Wide open. Good, and the assist goes to Irving.
Kyrie Irving.
10 points for Klay Thompson.
And with that one, it ends an 11-0 run by the Nets.
Out of bounds. Nets ball.
And the Nets making a change here.
Sharp's
checked in.
For your Nets. D-Ron Sharp.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Back to Wilson. 6 to shoot. Johnson, that's for 2. It's Drummond with the rebound.
Brooklyn foul.
Drummond's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
His third personal foul. Team second.
The Mavericks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Irving kicks to Thompson. Good on the three-point shot. Thompson's got 5 points now this quarter.
3.
See, it's Klay's accuracy that makes him so hard to stop. He's a constant threat from range.
Right against Johnson. Shoots over Washington. Cans the 12-footer.
And how about the terrific use of the crossover there to just throw the defender off balance.
Here's Irving. Make it 5 for 10 with him in that bucket.
The skill of Kyrie, incredible around the bucket. I have never seen someone his height so good at the rim.
Johnson surveying the floor.
At the line, Keon Johnson.
That's good from Johnson. And he makes the first but misses the second.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
And then Washington with the dunk.
He may not have that traditional power forward build, but his bounce, well, that kind of levels the playing field.
Brooklyn's gotten off to a great start from three-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. And stolen by Wright. Irving kicks to Washington. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist.
PJ Washington.
Irving's got his 9th assist in the game now.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Okay, time now for an injury report.
Well, Kevin, I caught up with the head athletic trainer for the Nets. He is in a lot of pain right now because of what they told me is a dislocated finger. For a team that was looking to put a solid playoff run together, this injury scare is not what they need right now.
Okay, Dave, thanks. Sounds like he won't be out for too long.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
And Brooklyn making a change here. Gillespie's checked in. Luka Doncic, he's checked in for the Mavericks.
And so confident, even amongst the trees, Doncic is fantastic at forcing the issue close to the rim.
At the line for the Mavericks, Luka Doncic. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And that one misses. And he sinks the second. Nets have gone 4 of 8 in this 4th quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Pass to Clowney. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention. Cameron Thomas, he's checked in for Wilson.
Dallas ball. Coming out on the floor for
The Mavericks have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Doncic kicks to Thompson. Good, and the assist goes to Doncic.
And now with 2 3-pointers in each half, he's really doing his all to help his team out from deep.
Kennard on the wing. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Pass to Clowney. Shoots over Washington. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Irving against Kennard. Lobbed up there for Drummond. An emphatic LU jam.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
They've played fantastic ball, and you can feel the hush that's come over this crowd.
Here's Gillespie. After the made shot from Andre Drummond. Here's Sharp. And it's sent back by Drummond. Irving with the ball. Down low. No good off the back of the rim. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
Here's Gillespie. Guarded by Doncic. Pass to Clowney. Just 5 on the clock. Stolen by Thompson. And it's the Mavericks on the break. And here they go. Here's Drummond. Here's Doncic. Drummond in the post.
Aggressive defense. The battle with Drummond inside is a collision waiting to happen.
Brooklyn's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Gillespie, the pass to Sharp. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Andre Drummond. Second personal foul. Third team foul.
He misses the free throw.
And just so frustrating for a team when you collectively go cold at the line. And that's happened to them here in the second half.
And the Mavericks with possession here. Irving surveying the floor. Lively. And he takes the feed in stride and slams it home.
Using his vision on the floor, Kyrie sees what's out there and makes a clever pass.
And here's Westbrook. Inside. Here's Sharp. It's blocked. Outside Thomas. Shot clock at 5. For 3. Buries it from three-point range.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
And the Mavericks call time here.
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
I'm sure all of the above is in order, and you can never be too content.
And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game.
And in terms of his shooting, this has been one of the more accurate performances you'll ever see. I mean, he's been in constant motion, creating a lot of good looks for himself. But still, even when you're wide open, you expect to miss some of the time. That has not been the case here tonight. This guy has made everything.
On the road, in a tough atmosphere, he's taken on the role of star tonight. If one of their other players came up short, he picked up the slack to make sure they'll be walking out of here with a win. Here's Westbrook after Luka Doncic's bucket. Nice D from Doncic.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
Yeah, you can see why he's established that reputation. Strong understanding of how to defend at the rim.
And the Nets with possession here. After Jonathan Isaac's bucket, Westbrook dishes to Thomas. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Dallas. Lively's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. Here's Hardy. Misses off the right iron. Brooklyn's gone 4 of 7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. Bridges inside. And it's sent back by Isaac. Dallas has gone 2 of 3 in the fourth quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. Here's Hardy. Rebounded by the Nets. Bridges outside. Back to Westbrook. Over Doncic. Westbrook can't get it to go.
This is the definition of forcing it. He's trying to get himself going, but taking tough shots just won't do it.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. Up again.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
Maverick shooting and hitting almost everything here in the fourth, up around 58% from the field. Doncic passes to Hardy. Now Doncic. To the middle. Here's Lively. And such a nice move to make the basket work. Lively's got 11 points here in just the second half. Doncic against Westbrook. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the official.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, You really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving at, and how fast the action really is, and how hard it can be sometimes, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double-checking, and the game continues on.
The most passionate fans in the land. Let's go.
Johnson, he's checked in for the Nets. Then for the Mavericks, Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Morrison. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Harden.
You look at Westbrook's career, he has always been that guy, a triple-double machine who works hard on both sides of the ball night after night.
Now, here's Doncic. And it's Beverley missing. Left side, Thomas. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Doncic.
Hard to figure out how he doesn't knock that one down. No defender in sight.
Shoots. Kept alive. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Doncic has got 5 points in the quarter.
And it doesn't take much for Doncic to get hot. And once that happens, boy, he is almost unguardable. And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Dallas.
What do you think was the deciding factor in this one?
I think you have to look at their field goal percentage. They just shot the ball much better than the opponent, and they were getting great looks all game long.
And this team, obviously one of the elite teams. They have played with heart and passion for the game all season long, and the wins for them just keep rolling along. And tonight, it'll make win number 63.
And so they'll take the first game of the season series, a team they'll only see twice. They're certainly happy to start it off with a win. Look, it's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
It's a shame, really. If they've been playing like this last quarter, they might be in a different situation right now.
Out of bounds. Dallas ball.
There's 45 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Deep two from Beverley. A rebound by the Nets. To the inside. And it's Johnson. That time on the assist by Westbrook.
Works that one inside nicely.
Doncic against Westbrook. Doncic passes to Beverley. And he makes that one.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
Passes it to Thompson. So we see the Mavericks taking the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Please drive.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Kevin, thanks a lot. Klay, what was the key to the win tonight?
Just do it as a team. It's not an individual effort. We're a real deep team this year. We got a lot of guys who would start on some good teams, so we just did it collectively.
Klay, great effort from everyone. Thanks again. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. And that about wraps it up. This is Kevin Harlan saying thank you for tuning in. So long and good night, everyone.